You know, I've already made like 3 attempts at this video. One of them I went on a really long, like 20-minute tangent, and I was like, I don't think you guys want to hear that. I mean, if you do, let me know in the comments, and I'll upload it, because it's pretty interesting. But there seems to be this trend going on. Don't mind my background. My room's a hellhole. I decided I'd turn the light off. I'm running off the light of my television right now, and I'm using my earbud, my cheap Skull Candies, as a mic. So, hey, it's better than using my phone mic for sure. You know, it has a pretty good noise gate on it. But no. So the video, the premise of the video I went to the tangent on was because I was scrolling through Facebook, which is a horrible idea nowadays. I actually kind of recommend getting off of social media if you can, or just avoiding it altogether. See, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, okay? They're really kind of hard to get away from, but I'm usually in them for memes and stuff. But there's this one post I saw in one of my groups where someone was talking shit about poor people, basically saying that they were lazy and it was a choice to be miserable, and that they were, you know, worthless, and he just fucking hated seeing them. And you know, I always, because I hear this stuff, not necessarily where I live, but you know, I hear it in like billionaire tech gurus say this shit, like on Joe Rogan's podcast and stuff. Like, I hear this shit being said all the time. And my first like initial response is like, how the fuck, what? How's being poor a choice? Because I can't fucking help it. You know, like, if I could help it, I'd be a millionaire. Like, if being rich or poor was a choice, I'd fucking, you know. But it's I guess it's the fact that these people think, you know, they're like the work hard kind of people. They're like you gotta always be working, you gotta always be. Fuck that shit, man. You have a silver spoon. You know, I'm not a fan of people with that kind of outlook on life. You know, they see you as a fucking, like, they see that, like, you're poor, and then they immediately start looking down on you and assume that you're just lazy or homeless or a drug addict or something. That's fucked up, you know? You can't just, like, I don't know what kind of psychopath you have to be to fucking think like that. Like, I've even had people in my comments, because, you know, I've probably said this before, but I had a guy call me anti-Semitic for being poor. Like, I was complaining about the healthcare system. Like, they kicked me off of my healthcare before I could figure out if I had colon cancer or not. You know, and then this motherfucker was like, well, you're anti-Semitic because you're not giving your money to Israel. I don't know if it was a joke. It wasn't. I don't think it was, because this motherfucker also commented that he flagged my video for anti-Semitism, even though I didn't say anything about Jews. All I said was I'm broke and couldn't afford my medical bills because they tripled. So I don't fucking know. And, you know, it's people like that. It's people like that that are just like, you're poor, you're a problem. It's people like that, you know. I hate, you know, I don't condone it, but these people, they probably have never had their ass whooped in their entire life. They were spoiled rotten, spoiled to the core, given everything, handed everything they asked for, spoiled, little bitches, little rich bitches. You know, like Elon Musk, fucking Jeff Bezos, spoiled, handed everything. Money-grubbing bitches. These types of people. Those types of people. Fuck them. Fuck them. So, the premise of the video, I went on a tangent like the video went on a tangent, and I might even upload it if you want me to. I mean, I probably would ruffle a few feathers with it, because I was going off. I was pissed. It took me a minute to calm down and re-listen to it and realize, like damn, I was kind of grumpy. But you know, if you're interested in that, let me know. But I don't understand the whole poor people are bad thing. I don't understand that it's a choice thing, because it's clearly not a choice. Because I grew up in poverty my whole life, you know. I've grown up poor. My family's always been poor. We've managed to get by, sure, but we were never able to live comfortably. We still aren't able to live comfortably. And yet you have people that are straight up on the internet and around just in public saying that poor people are disgusting wastes of time and that it's a choice to be that way. And even though these are the same people that are systematically making it more and more impossible to get to their wealth level, you know, by either like fucking you out of just anything, fucking you out of everything. They're making it harder for you to succeed, and then making it your fault for not succeeding, even though it's their fault because they keep fucking you over. Making life difficult. And, you know, not only that, the economy is, like, absolutely fucked right now. Anybody that says the economy is fine is absolutely insane. Like, anybody that says the economy is good has lost their fucking mind. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. You're fucking crazy if you think that the economy is good right now. Gas is insane, food is insane, everything's insane. Like, if you think that fucking $10 for a 12-pack of Coca-Cola is normal, you're fucking crazy. If you think nearly $10 a gallon for gas is normal, you're insane. It's like it's almost like 4 here. It's like 3 something. It's not that bad here, but it's a small town, so demand for gas isn't as big as, like, I don't know, a big ass city. So it's not as bad here as it is everywhere else. But, you know, you got in fucking California, you got like fucking, what is it, like $8 a gallon? I'm pretty sure. I don't know. You can fact check me on that. And then people are going to talk about the war in Iran, you know, they're going to say like they're doing the right thing, which they're not. They're not doing the right thing there. We could have just left them alone. We could, you know, we could have just been like, a certain someone's been trying to get us to do this for like 40 years, fuck off. No, somebody's ego was too big and he decided to just do it. So now everything's fucked, like, money-wise. That's about as political as I'm gonna get in this video, but there's this asshole, that Facebook asshole that's like, poor people are gross, it's a choice, it's all that shit. So I fell for the rage bait. Well, actually, no, it wasn't rage bait, because this asshole straight up said he meant it. He wasn't, like, saying it to be, oh, I'm tired. He wasn't saying it to be, inflammatory. He was just saying it because he meant it. And it was inflammatory because it was stupid. You know, it's a stupid fucking opinion to have. Like, how dumb do you gotta be to think like that? But I don't know. Let's just don't fall for rage bait. Because there seems to be this issue on the internet right now. There's this, like, big trend at the moment where being an asshole is, like, the big thing. Being a dick to everybody is the end thing. Like it's all the rage. You know, like, people wake up online, like they wake up, get online, and they're like, how can I be an inconsiderate dick today? And that's the trend. It's just like, hey, how can I be an absolute cunt and ruin someone's day? Because it'll make my day. Like, why is cruelty the thing right now. Like, why is being a douche... Hold on, my TV. I'm watching a Deadlock podcast. If you've seen Deadlock, like the Deadlock Sync, like the wrestling podcast, dude, it's hilarious. You gotta check it out. But anyway, so cruelty has become this big thing, and I feel like some people, like, I've seen like documentaries, like YouTube documentaries on it. They're like, I think it's a form of nihilism. You know, like, I think it's a form of nihilism and like cynicism and pessimism, a lot of weird isms that are causing this type of behavior on the internet and in person. Like, you know, people aren't really willing to hold doors open for people anymore. They're not really willing to help a motherfucker out anymore. They're not trying to be pleasant towards each other. Basically, everywhere is turning into New York, you know, where everybody fucking hates you. And doesn't want to help and will insult you. Like, you can be a fucking old lady with a walker who can barely walk, and then you have some asshole that's like, my grandma's faster than you and she's fucking dead. You know, you have shit like that going on. So apparently being a dick is a trend, and I don't know if it has anything to do with nihilism, because I'm a nihilist. You know, I kind of believe that life is meaningless. There's no point in it. Just live your life. And I think that's beautiful. I think, I find that freeing. Like, you know, your purpose in life is to find your purpose. Like, there wasn't really a purpose just hand-given to you unless you're born into a business and you like that business. Then that's your business. But, the thing about, because I prefer optimistic nihilism, basically laughing at the void that is life. You know, making your own trails, making your own decisions throughout life, good or bad. I mean, I've made some pretty bad ones. I think everybody's made a bad decision every once in a while, but it's just being able to make your own path, while also knowing that in the end, it's just pointless. Like life is meaningless, which sounds harsh, but like I said, it was actually kind of freeing to me to actually, you know, from a philosophical standpoint, I found it actually like liberating on my behalf to have this type of mindset. Some people kind of get upset when I tell them stuff like this, because they're either like very religious, you know, they're like religious, or they're like very, I don't know, they think there's a meaning of life, which, I mean, to each their own. It's my philosophy, you know. I mean, it's not just mine. There's a lot of other people in the world that think like I do, but, you know, like, that's just my idea of life. That's my take on it, is that, you know, it's like pointless, and live your life to its fullest. You know, do things that make you happy, fulfill your hobbies, you know, do things you enjoy. Go fishing. I want to go fucking fishing. In fact, I've been wanting to do that for months. Especially today. Today is some nice weather for fishing. Well, it was. It's nighttime now, but it's dark now. But, you know, I wanted to go fishing, but I can't. I didn't. But, you know, everybody, just enjoy your hobbies, live your life, you know, have a good time. That's just that's just how you do it. I think that's the way to do it. You just live it. But, you know, then you have these, I don't see, and that like mindset alone, like just what I just explained, I'm not a dick. I was, you know, I used to be a really hateful human being, but then I kind of like sat down and thought about everything I've said, done, talked about. You know, like I've thought about these things, and I was like, you know, that's kind of, you know, I've been kind of an asshole in the past, so I just kind of got 11 minutes left to record. Okay. You know, like I kind of screwed up in the past a lot, actually, being as hateful as I was. So now I just kind of see, because I had the same mindset, but I was also like upset about it. But now that I'm older, like I'm in my mid-20s, and now I'm just like, I just live life, man. Fuck it. You know, be like Joe Dirt. Life's a garden, dig it. Make it work for you or whatever, I don't know. It's been like 10 years since I've seen Joe Dirt, but it still sticks with me. For the most part, because I didn't quote it verbatim. But you know what I mean. But no, the trend is just being a dick. I don't understand the whole be as hateful as possible to everybody you can on the internet. Because now that everybody else is doing it, and I'm not doing it anymore, I'm on, I did like a, man, my teeth look rough in this video, by the way. But, the double turn, I know, like, some of you might not get this, but the feud between Stone Cold and, like, Bret Hart in, like, 97? 96? Something like that. They had this feud, a really good feud, actually, and then, like, Stone Cold was the heel, Bret Hart was the babyface. But over time, Stone Cold kind of broke Bret Hart until they switched sides. And then Bret became the heel. And then Stone Cold kind of became the babyface, even though he was more like an anti-hero thing. And, that's what I'm talking about. That's basically how I feel at the moment. I used to be an asshole, and now I'm seeing the trend of being an asshole become so big. And now I'm sitting back wondering what the hell happened, why it's happening. I don't understand it personally. Like, if you guys have any insight, you know, let me know. I'm all for engagement. Like, let me know in the comments what you think is going on with these people who think being a dick is like the hot new thing. You know, it's their new Gucci. But you know, just kind of let me know what you think about that. That's basically what this video is about. It's not really much to it. It's just like talking about rage bait and like the new trend of people being hateful. But I also have another topic, but this isn't really a bad topic, and I'm not gonna go on a tangent. But I have managed to lose like 50 pounds. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not a fucking influencer. I'm not gonna do that bullshit. Anytime an influencer offers to sell you something, run. But no, I have managed. I think it's because of the heat. I'm pretty sure, but I've been sweating off all this fat. Like, I've been working. You know, I'm always on my feet at work. I'm always walking, getting my steps in, trying to get as many steps in as possible. I haven't really been eating as much. I still have an issue with soda. I mainly drink soda. I drink water every now and then, but there's blood in my soda stream, I think. But, you know, that's why my teeth are so fucked up, because I only drink soda. And, you know, I only drink soda and eat junk food. But now I don't even really eat junk food. I just, like, on the occasion, I'll go to the local restaurant across from my work. It's called Rick's Barbecue. And they have these wraps for, like, $9. It's a big-ass wrap, like the size of not the size of my head, but, like, the length of my head. And I'll get one of those, a side of fries, and then, like, a regular or like a medium lemonade, and that's like $10. And I'll do that every now and then. but I usually like to keep the sauces out of it, so I'm just eating the, like, it's a chicken tender wrap with like bacon bits and sour cream and jalapeno. They call it the Southern wrap. Oh, dude, it is fucking bomb, dude. That shit slaps. It's good. It's great. If, you know, the people that watch me from here, that, you know, that know me, you know what I'm talking about. That shit slaps. You know it's good. Rick's makes some good wraps. But anyway, but somehow I managed to lose about 50 pounds. I went from like 205 to 155 in the span of a few months, which isn't necessarily healthy because I'm losing weight a lot quicker than I should. It's supposed to be a gradual thing, but instead it's like so sudden that it's shocking. I know this is TMI, but I took my shirt off. I know, right? That's terrifying. And I was like, holy shit, who is this guy? Like, I couldn't even recognize myself, like my body. Like, I felt like I looked in the mirror and I was like, who the hell is this guy? Because I felt so, like, I could see where my abs used to be before I quit working out. You know, I could see where they used to be. So I guess that's something. You know, I lost quite a bit of weight. Been trying to better myself about as much as popular. What the fuck? About as much as possible. You know, still kind of struggling with my panic and stuff, but it's not as bad. It's been a little better, you know, as I'm getting kind of accustomed to it, figuring out ways to just kind of sideswipe it. But you know, I figured I'd make a video. It's been about 2.5 weeks, maybe almost 3, of radio static. So, you know, I figured I'd let you guys know where I've been, what I'm doing. I'm also going to, since it's cooling down, I'm also going to renovate a camper. Now, I've told you guys about this. I'm kind of excited, but a camper, my sister-in-law has a camper, and I'm going to pay it off. Well, I'm going to work on it as I'm paying it off to kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but it needs some insulation. It needs some, it basically just needs some faulty outlets fixed, and then it also has like a leak in the pipe under the sink, which isn't really that bad of a fix either. So, I mean, I'm gonna get it set up, and then I'm going to possibly live in it full time, like a tiny home. More than likely, just live in it like a tiny home, because I love tiny homes. I do, and it's set up like a little house. Like it has a bedroom. It has like a divider. It's got a bedroom. It's got a bathroom. It's got a kitchen, and it's got a living room, like a living area. And that's dope. I like that. So, you know, I'm gonna work on that. Try to get it looking good. I'm gonna try to make it look rustic. You know, like a grandma's house or something. I love that look, like some wood paneling. You know, 2 of my favorite things in the world, bass guitars and wood paneling. Those are my 2 favorite things on the planet. And soda. My 3 favorite things on the planet: bass, wood paneling, and soda. But yeah, I figured I'd let you guys know what was going on. I apologize for the wait. I apologize if I ruffled a few feathers. But, you know, it's good to upload again, and probably good for you guys to have at least some better sound quality. I know my P's and B's are probably going to be really in the mic, and I apologize for that. But, you know, it's probably better than hearing my fans overwhelm my voice without my microphones, using my phone mic. So I bet it's a little better than having my phone just record everything. Or, you know, I mean, it's still is recording everything. I'm going on a tangent, but you know what I mean. But I appreciate the viewers. You know, thank you for watching, subscribing. I'll see you guys sometime soon. See ya.